Hi. This video is about a textile manufacturing company based in Mumbai, India, whose share price was rupees 1.45 on 25th October 2019, and in just 8 months on 2nd July 2020, its price roared up to 58.50 rupees, which is close to 4,000% of increase in just few months. But how? To understand and analyze the company along with me, check out the full video. This company has huge twist in its business, and I'm talking about India's largest fully integrated textile company, Alok Industries. Alok Industries business mainly involves weaving, knitting and processing home textiles, ready-made garments and polyester yarns. It exports to over 90 countries like the US, Europe, South America, Asia and Africa. The company first started off with the manufacture of texturized yarn by setting up manufacturing facilities in the year 1986. Later they commenced weaving operation in 1991, and in 1994 they hugely expanded their weaving and texturizing capacity. And in 1995 they collaborated with GAGC & Co of Austria and manufactured embroidered products. In 1996 they set up knitting division, and in 1998 they expanded and modernized their business immensely. And in 2003 they started garment units with sewing machines and forayed into home textiles for direct export. The company was awarded Silver Trophy for fabric exports and Bronze Trophy for made-ups exports by Texposil for the financial year 2006, and thereafter several other awards and certificates of excellence for their development of exports. In 2007, Alok Industries acquired 60% stake in Milita a company based in Czech Republic, and signed exclusive license agreements for certain lifestyle brands in USA, UK and India. And it was also recognized for the supply of finished fabrics made out of organic and fair trade cotton, which is said to ensure fair price of seed cotton to the marginal cotton growers in India. Not only that, it aggressively expanded into the retail market in India through H&A stores, and also forayed into the UK market with the name Store 21. And adding to this, it also got into real estate business by acquiring certain commercial properties. While the success story is so huge, such a massive well-doing business, Alok Industries went bankrupt in June 2017 when the company was not even able to pay the interest to the banks which had loaned them earlier. What happened? Why was the huge fall? The ambitious debt-fueled expansion went wrong for Alok Industries, because from 2004 to 2013, the business undertook very large-scale expansion and spent more than rupees 10,000 crores on just building up its spinning, weaving, processing and garmenting units, and most of it was funded through loans. So they have been continuously expanding in high hopes, but the hope had failed due to miscalculations and mistakes. And that is why you shouldn't go beyond what your capacity is. And how much is your capacity? You should be knowing that. At its peak time, Alok Industries in financial year 2011-2012, the company had nearly 350 retail stores in India and 221 retail stores in the UK. So basically, the retail plans of Alok Industries failed to take off, and the share of exports slipped as the company could not maintain market share amidst the global competition. Analysts who have tracked the company in the past says that not only did Alok Industries overinvest, but also it overproduced, because the demand in the textile industry keeps changing very quickly and not all companies can address it efficiently. But their choice of investments is also questionable, because Alok Industries invested in the spinning business, which already had excess capacity in India, and also it got into totally unrelated business like retails and real estates. So its asset turnover ratio declined sharply over the last few years. And by this time, the interest rates also started to rise, and over time, the interest costs alone became the second largest expense for Alok Industries after raw materials, leading to bankruptcy and closure of all retail stores in India. And now again the business sees a turning point after its bankruptcy. From bankruptcy situation, it ascended to becoming a stock which has given huge returns to the investors in just few months. And how did this happen? So when Alok Industries were not able to repay the loan or even the interest of the loans to State Bank of India, SBI proceeded insolvency proceedings against Alok Industries in 2017, and Alok Industries was placed on auction. Then came the entry of Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Industries, which along with JM Financial Asset Reconstruction in March 2019 bid and took over Alok Industries. And after the construction, the share price of Alok Industries from rupees 1.45 on October 2019 roared up as a multi-bagger to rupees 58.50 in July 2020, which is close to 4,000% of increase in just few months. From bankruptcy, it became a stock which has given huge returns to the investors in just few months. Even during this pandemic, Reliance Industries created an opportunity in the time of crisis and deployed Alok Industries to manufacture personal protection equipment kits, that is the PPE kits, and it is said that Alok Industries manufactured more than 100,000 PPE kits per day at a cost of rupees 650 per unit, which was like 1/3 of the cost of PPE kits imported from countries like China, and it quickly ramped up to constitute close to a fifth of India's daily PPE production capacity. Alok Industries was established in the year 1986, which means the company is a 35-year-old company, and the market capitalization of Alok Industries is rupees 10,377 crores and is currently not paying any dividends. Its profit after tax PAT is also negative, that is minus 735 crore rupees in the last year. And the EPS, earnings per share, is also in negative, which is minus 6.81 rupees, because the company is currently spending its operating revenues towards the interest expenses and the employee costs. But we can see that the overall revenue of the company is rising in the recent quarters. The share price fluctuates, and now it is in the range of 20s. And now today, while I'm making this video, the share price is being traded at rupees 20.90. But the share price earlier, that is before all the bankruptcy issues, the share price was around rupees 95 in 2008. And currently it is in 20s, and we hope it reaches back there very soon. "75% of the shares are being held by the promoters only after the acquisition took place by Reliance and JM. Otherwise, the promoters have always been holding very less shares earlier. So currently, 40.01% of shares are held by Reliance Industries and 34.99% of shares is held by JM Financial Asset Reconstruction Company. The foreign institutional investors hold 0.11% of the shares, and domestic institutional investors hold 0.73% of the shares, and finally the remaining 24.16% of the shares are being held by the public. Alok Industries definitely indicates weak financials currently, and the business is not doing great and the margins are negative too. But the acquisition by Reliance gives hopes for the future because due to COVID-19, the textile sectors in India might benefit since the export opportunities are currently being shifted to India due to cheap labor costs, which earlier used to be with China. The textile industries in India are expected to be stable in the financial year 21-22. So Alok Industry might stay as a bankrupted company, or if Reliance does its part of brilliance, there are chances that a huge turnover occurs and it becomes a multi-bagger stock like how the price rode up earlier. If your hope is on Reliance and the textile sectors, then you can consider investing a small risk-free amount on Alok Industries and wait with hopes for it to become a multi-bagger in future. That's my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.